This is Libby Lehman back with Name That Stitch. We're getting kind of into fancy stitches now. Could you guess which stitch I just did? This is one of my floral decorative stitches on my machine. Nothing particularly special about that, but I did want to show you some tricks in using this decoratively in your quilts and in your other projects. So if you'll come to the machine, we'll go over this. The first thing I want to show you is, do you see this white thread here? This is the bobbin thread, and do you see what happened? It got tangled up in my stitching. This is why, if I'm not starting at the end of a fabric, I always like to draw my bobbin thread up to the top side where I know where it is. Can you see that? And I can get my hands on it and it won't get tangled up. I'm going to hold that out of the way. Now I have this program to do 5 motifs, so I'm going to get 5 little flowers here. This is so much fun to watch this garden grow. And the machine automatically stops at the end of the 5th motif. Now let's say I wanted to mirror image this. I'm going to go ahead and cut the threads. You can see where it ended. There's my end. The traditional way to come back and do the other side is to mirror image. Use the mirror image feature and then try to make sure that I've got it lined up here at the beginning. And I'm not going to take the time to draw the thread up since I just showed you that. But I'm going to stitch this one. Now the only problem with doing this is it doesn't always line up. It comes pretty close. Can you see these are almost the same, but they're not exactly. I have found the most accurate way to do this is to stitch your first row. Oops, let me get that over here. Stitch the first row. I'm doing this on fabric, of course, that has stabilizer under here, so my stitches don't wrinkle up. And now this couldn't be simpler. I'm simply going to flip it over and I'm going to sew the other side. And this will be an exact mirror image. Cut this off. And you can see that they are lined up perfectly. One of the reasons, I think, is the feed dogs are feeding it in exactly the same way. Now that was a pretty easy pattern because it ended and started on the left side of the foot. I'm going to now go to a different decorative stitch, a different flower. This is little tulips. And if you'll look up on the screen of my machine here, I think you'll be able to see this. My machine has a little dot that shows you where the stitching begins. On this particular motif, it starts in the middle of the foot instead of over here to the left or to the right side. So I'm going to stitch. Oh, let me put this in. Let's just do 3 of these. Program it to do 3. And it will do 3. Now here, I can't just simply turn it because I have to move it over. And how on earth am I going to make sure that I move it over evenly? Well, my trick is do it with tape. I'm going to put the tape right across where the pattern is. Put the foot down here and you can see I'm going to line it up. That's not quite right. I want it just touching the needle and I want it parallel to the foot here. Now I can lift the foot up, swing this over, lift up the needle, and I want to move this until the needle is right next to the tape and the presser foot is right next to the base of that stitching. Now I should get, again, stitches that line up just perfectly. Ta-da! Now let's go to the board and I'll show you one more stitch where I've used this effect. Here are some samples of the 2 stitches I just showed you. If you'll look at these samples, I've written an R where I used the mirror image feature or the reverse feature. And you can see here they don't quite exactly line up. You can especially see it here at the ends where they don't line up. By using the tape and just simply flipping the stitch around, can you see that they line up exactly at the bottom? The same thing here. This was the reverse. It's a little bit off here, a little bit off there, but when I came to the end and just sewed the other direction, it lines up perfectly. You can really see it on this. This is one of the cross stitch patterns. When I used the reverse, can you see how they're not lining up here in the middle as well as they are when I came to the end, flipped it, and then did the stitch the other way? So I hope you will try this with some of your decorative stitches, and I'll see you next time on Name That Stitch.